Halikuha, welcome back. We read letter I already, can you believe it? But today, before I go into the letter, I just want to talk to you a little bit about something that's had me a little down. You know, yesterday I lost a good friend and colleague, and we're still awaiting the outcome of the cause of death. However, I implore you to be safe, to take precautions, to follow the guidelines that the guidelines that are out there for COVID-19, and to not take life so seriously. I mean, yes, we have to take life seriously, but not all the time. But just be cautious, follow the guidelines. It's really important. Death is inevitable, but at the same time, we shouldn't live our lives recklessly or live our lives in such a way that we not only endanger ourselves but we endanger other people. So be careful out there and be safe and think of others. You're not doing this just for you, but you're doing it for those around you. If we think like that, then I think we'll be a little bit more careful in how we approach life, how we do things. Okay, good. So that being said, we were at letter I. So letter I, today I want to talk to you about two plants that are very important in indigenous communities. The first plant I want to talk to you about is Ida. Yes, Ida. And I know many of you know this plant. You may know it by a different name, but I know for sure you've seen this plant before. And the Ida plant, Ida is Loko for calabash. Yep, calabash, Ida. And we know we use calabash as spoons, as cups, as bowls, as everyday multi-purpose utensil in the house. Some use it to bed, to store things, to carry things around. You can use it in a number of ways. I know that there are some restaurants that also use it as regular plates. You go there to have a meal, you have to eat in the calabash. In some countries, it's also used like in that way. And the calabash is such a versatile plant. So the Ida plant is so versatile. And of course, you use the Ida fruit also for music, the maracas, or we call it the shak shak, to make music, to make everything merry and so on. So that's it, Ida, or the calabash plant. Multitude of ways in which we can use the fruit. When it's green, you make your design, and when it becomes dry, your design shows up nice. You can use it as a bag, ornament for the home, or whatever, however you wish to use the Ida plant. So that's that, Ida. The second plant I would wish to talk about this afternoon is the Ite plant. Now, this plant is, I would say, this plant is the king of plants for the Warao people, or for those persons living in wetland savannas. The Ite plant, that one plant alone, can do so many things. The Warao people have used that plant for, let's start with the top, the leaves. For shelter, they use it to do the roof of their homes. They use the leaf to strip to get tibisiri. From the tibisiri, you get clothing, you get mats, you get bags, you get shoes, you get a number of things from the tibisiri. Then we move down to the stalk of the branches. From the branches, you can use it to do rafters. Then let's move down now to the trunk of the tree. From the tree trunk now, you get food. We get the inside of the Ite plant is such that it can give you a flower. It's also the plant, the home of the beetle, which gives the tukuma, the worm. Yeah. And then you have the fruit, of course, the Ite fruit. And that Ite fruit you can eat it like that when it's ripe, of course. It's a interesting fruit because it has to be in water for it to mature. So when it falls from the tree, it falls into the wetland savanna, which is around it, into water, and it gets ripe. So you have that fruit. And then when the tree is old and you cut it down for the tukumu, you could also take that same trunk and put it across the small creeks or river and turn it into a bridge. You know, so this plant is so versatile. It's so important. So the next time you see an ite plant, think about the many things that this plant can do. This one plant. You know, food, shelter, clothing, you name it. This plant can give it to you. So this plant I would call the king of kings for the Warao people or the wetland savanna people. So those are your words for today. Ida, which is the calabash tree or the calabash plant, and ite, which is a palm that gives you numerous things. That's it for today. Tomorrow we will be looking at J. So take care, be safe. Remember to wear your mask, wash your hands, keep your distance, and think of others.